I did a bunch of videos earlier today, so check those out. But I wanted to end off with this final video for the day. I actually really just wanted to talk about the version 2.8 patch and events in general, overall. This won't be a long video, but I'm gonna miss these islands and this adventure. I actually really enjoyed all of the stories and the events for these four characters. I don't know about you, but I really loved this patch. I normally don't talk about like reviews of like patches and all that stuff. I don't do it normally, but this one I just felt the need to. I just really enjoyed it. Yeah, there was a lot of content to get through, but I think it was worth it. I had talked previously on my gaming and chat, gameplay and chat talks, streams on here and on Twitch and on other videos too, and in my Discord as well. I've been talking with everyone and just saying like, oh, how I love this patch and the events and making sure that I remind everyone to go and get everything done, because it's really worth it just for the exploration and the storyline, the little story elements. I definitely love the whole Summertime Odyssey. Basically, all the events are really well done. I will say the one caveat is that, well, a few caveats here. I did not like the official theater thing. I'm pretty sure many players didn't like it either. It was just too long. It was charming, but it was too long and there was too many of them. That was the big issue. Um, yeah, and I didn't mind the raven thing, the little puzzles with the ravens. But I will say I did use a guide. I'm not gonna lie here. I did use a guide for a lot of their things because there was just too much to do and I didn't want to miss anything or mess anything up and also spend the extra time like figuring it out. So I did use guides and I'm very appreciative that I did because I did get all the stuff that I need to get. I got completed everything and I got all the chests on all the islands and in all the domains. I got all the conchs and got all the rewards because 2.8, these islands are going to disappear until for another year, okay? And I really enjoyed the fact that they repurposed them and added some elements, story elements to all of these characters. I really liked the little, past and little extra stuff that we got for each of the characters, so it was really well done. And lastly, I just want to point out that I'm here because these four conchs are part of the final challenge for the 2E storyline, the world quests that are all unlocked after you complete Mona's event and all the other events. In case you didn't know, they left the four apples here, which I took already before this. But anyway, there's a note here, and I'm just going to put it on the screen in case you didn't know. The four Fatui that we meet along the way to complete the four parts of the quest, they left us a nice little sweet note here. It's very bittersweet. Yeah, so I'll leave it on the screen for a few more seconds. But yeah, that was a great little quest, and I like that. I like how Hoyoverse is going with this. That a lot of the Fatuis are not evil. And it all started with the chasm where we met Katerina, and she talked about her brother Nikolov, or I'm not sure. Yeah, and then what happened to them, unfortunately, was tragic too. I feel like they're dead. But yeah, and then these four were really charming as well. And then the other thing that was also very bittersweet, I will say, I'm gonna bring it up here if I in my menu screen here. In case you didn't know, there was a two-part boating thing with Mito Boru, which was later named Koseki Maru. Spoiler alert, that's his actual name. He's from the village of Koseki. Let me just bring that up here on the map here. Koseki is in Inazuma, and it's this village here, which is obviously, as you know what happened on Saber Island, everyone left because of the radiation and or the Thunderbird, I think, situation. The Thunderbird situation was there, but also on this bottom island here as well, with the whole story with Rue, which is very a big deal. But anyway, one thing I wanted to show you in case you didn't know, and I did post this as a post on my YouTube channel, of course, was that in the Serenity Pot items, once you complete the final treasure, which is what it's called, the first part is called Treasure Voyage, where you go on a little treasure hunting thing with the boat, and he talks to us. The other part is the final treasure, where you will, wherever it is, hang on, I had it here earlier, I did check, where is it? Oh, it's not here anymore. Okay, let me just look for it. But anyway, is it not an ornament? Hang on. Maybe it's... Okay, well, while I'm looking for that, I just want to point out that, yes, there is that extra ornament. Here we go, this one. Yeah, I was like, what? Okay, this. So on the side, you will get this, spoiler alert, you get this as your final treasure. And that final treasure basically ends off the whole quest and the whole event for the whole patch. Okay, hopefully you guys did this and you got this little boat. But yeah, Mitoboru or Koseki Maru, he basically said you know, there's two things I want to tell you. And one is you're going to for sure find the final treasure at the final spot. And then two, I'll tell you when I get back. And then when we get back, after getting this, he lost the ability to talk. It's very bittersweet. And it just got to me. I didn't cry or anything, I'm just saying, but it got to me. And in case you're wondering what that second thing that he was going to say was, it is said and noted here. Secondly, the people of the sea will never say goodbye out loud. So it's very sad. I know it's a very bittersweet ending, but I wanted to point that out in case you didn't know. Um, yeah. And then the other one that was also sad was if you go, I don't think I can get there now because it's gonna take too long. But if you go to the Mona island, and there's a world quest inside of the ruins there. I don't know where, am I going this way or that way? This way. I don't know if I can get up there in time, but I don't want to waste too much time here. But like, basically, if you get to the ruins, um, at the top, okay, there are all these things that you have to do where you have to go back and forth. I'm not going to go to the top, actually, forget it. I won't be able to make it in time. But anyway, you're supposed to do this quest where you're supposed to go change the time and go through all the reflections of the pool and go back and forth in time, present and past, present and past. And you're supposed to help an adventurer named Wolfgang avoid getting killed or trapped in the secret chambers of the puzzle chambers. And of course, we're supposed to solve the puzzles and then change the doors so that they don't close on him, and also free him. All right. And the unfortunate part is that throughout that, at the end of the quest, it is realized by the main character, Traveler or Ether, or Lumine if you pick Lumine, and Paimon, that no matter what we do on these Mirage Islands, we can't change the past. That no matter what, unfortunately, Wolfgang, the adventurer, has perished because he was trapped in one of those, in the first original trapped room, and therefore he died there. Yes. But in the Mirage, we interact with him through like a notebook style. It's actually very, I don't know if you guys have watched a movie or a remake or whatever called Frequency. It's like a movie where it's a long time ago, many years ago, I think, right? It's not super old, but it's like maybe within the last 10 or more years. And I think they remade it maybe once or twice. Anyway, it was an American movie, and I think they redid like an Asian version as well, or multiple Asian versions. It's about like this man and like his father, and his father in the present day has died already, has passed because of old age or whatever. And then like, but he finds an old radio that belonged to his dad, and for that old radio, he's able to talk to the past version of his dad. Yeah, and then like they kind of solve like a crime together, and then in a way, he prevents his dad from, you know, yeah, basically getting killed later or whatever it was. I don't know if he died of old age or he got killed, but regardless, like the point is like yeah. And then there's all these things, and then there's other ones too, where it's a romance version where it's like Frequency as well, where they're able to talk to a past version of somebody where they fall in love, but then like a present person falls in love with someone from the past. So there are those ones too. So anyway, it's actually very similar. So this Wolfgang one reminded me of that, and I thought it was really well done. Again, it's bittersweet. Unfortunately, we can't change the past. And unfortunately, Wolfgang has passed away. But in the Mirage, at least in the Mirage version of Wolfgang, which we never see on the screen, but through the notes that he leaves behind, he was able to survive and move on with his ambitious dream of trekking through Dragonspine. So that was that. So those were really memorable for me for the World Quest. So I really encourage you all, if you have time, the patch is still live for another, or on my screen, 14 hours and 45 minutes. So hopefully you guys can get everything done. I really recommend it. Of course, you want to get all the rewards too for future patches that are coming, so you can pull on the characters and weapons that you want to build, because you're going to need that stuff, right? You know, it was just really, really enjoyable overall. I love this patch. I loved it last year for 1.6 already. It was really refreshing and really fun, and it's just really fun just exploring the ocean as well. I highly recommend following a guide. Maybe that will help you save some time and some headache. Because there's a lot that is missable. So just want to put that out there. Sorry that this got a little bit longer, but yeah, I really, really love this patch and the world quest, and I think that they're getting really good in more recent patches. They did a really great job, and I love the incorporation of other characters from other regions, and more storyline stuff, although the storylines were just basically talking about their past and such, but it was really enjoyable overall. I did not like the theater thing for fischl, and I did not like redoing Mona's puzzles. For those of you who did tune in on Twitch when I did it, I got so frustrated that after my viewers left, I actually deleted that stream. Yeah, so because I couldn't solve the puzzle, and it turned out later on that one of her puzzles is bugged. It doesn't fully reset. So I had to follow a guide and just do it manually, like step by step, to make sure that every step that I was doing was following the guide, because the guide did it in a very smooth way, but I couldn't get it to happen that way because I already made a mistake, and my mistake continued to carry over. So just wanted to point that out. It was really frustrating. And yeah, Mona's Island here, this one I'm on right now, you have to go back and forth through traveling the past and the present, and it was really confusing for me, and I didn't want to miss anything. So yeah, you're going to end up with an extra salt-crusted key, and you're going to end up with 10 extra stars in your inventory, which will expire soon. I ended up with, I think, 7 left over, but regardless, you only need 8 of them. So just keep that in mind. Let me see, I have 8 of the leftover stars here. 7, okay. So just want to put that out there. Anyway, I really enjoyed this, so hopefully you guys will share your comments with me and discuss your review of the event. Did you guys complete it all? Did you guys get everything? Hopefully you did, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so